Hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome to KXCN Live. I'm Esmeralda Zamora and today we are going to listen in to a press conference with the Travis County Commissioners who voted today to add a possible tax increase to our ballots this year. Now that tax increase has to do with affordable child care. This tax increase is a 2.5-cent property tax rate. It would generate roughly $75 million in the first year and could cost homeowners $125 in the same time period. Travis County feels it can stimulate an industry that was hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic. Travis County feels that if this money is passed, it will go towards creating roughly 1,900 childcare slots for babies and toddlers for low-income households and create nearly 3,900 after-school and summer school slots for elementary-age students. They work through incentives for businesses to create and grow their childcare options for their employees. Now, if you just joined us, we're going to listen into a press conference. It has not quite started yet. Let's take a look at what they are doing right now. It looks like our cameraman is adjusting his shots. Everyone's getting prepared for the conference to start. We have educational leaders, we have county commissioners present, as well as parents and children who are for this tax increase. If you just joined, we're going to be looking at a vote from the Travis County commissioners who will be voting on whether they will be putting an affordable child care tax bump on the ballot. And it looks like I just got a message they did vote yes on this at the Travis County Commissioner meeting. So this will be going on our ballot for this year. It is a 2.5-cent property tax increase, and it would generate roughly $75 million in the first year, and it could cost homeowners $125 in that same time period. Again, we are just waiting for them to set up so we can go ahead and listen in to this press conference. They're almost ready. We're going to wait a little and just listen into what is going on right now. It looks like we have a lot of people for the tax rate increase, maybe some teachers, some parents, educational leaders, city leaders, county leaders, all here for the tax rate increase on this year's ballot. Again, if you just joined us, that is a 2.5-cent property tax rate increase and would generate roughly $75 million in the first year. This could cost homeowners $125 in that same time period. Travis County feels it can stimulate an industry that has been hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic. It was passed, and that money will go towards creating roughly 1,900 childcare slots for babies and toddlers of low-income households and create nearly 3,900 after-school and summer school slots for elementary-age students that work through incentives for businesses to create and grow their childcare options for their employees. We see a lot of supporters surrounding the podium where the press conference will take place. We got some signs that say affordable childcare now. These individuals want this to be on this year's ballot, and it looks like the Travis County Commissioners did vote yes for this early in today's Travis County Commissioner meeting. So we're just going to wait until those individuals are ready to start this press conference and listen into what is going on right now.
Yes. Okay. Do you want to say something, George? Okay, perfect. Okay.
It's right here.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Yeah, printed. Yeah.
Awesome.
So let me just put it right under yours.
Okay.
Right there. All right. And then just keep it moving.
Okay. Should we start?
Yeah, you're good to go.
Okay.
All right, y'all ready to get started? Thanks for being here. Woo! All right. Good afternoon. I'm Travis County Judge Andy Brown. I want to thank everybody for being here today, joining us on a busy Tuesday in the middle of your workday. on your lunch break, hopefully, for a historic vote to expand access to high-quality, affordable child care for all here in Travis County. And I'm not just here as your county judge, but also as a father, a husband, and a son who understands how important investing in early childhood and after-school care is for our children's development and access to life. I grew up right here in Travis County. I went to school here. I chose to raise my family here, and I went into this career to serve my neighbors here in Travis County. And as the father of 2 young children, this is personal for me. Everyone standing behind me who has been working on this initiative for the last decade knows that there is no other community in our state more dedicated to building a hopeful, prosperous future for our children and for our grandchildren. And that starts with access to high-quality, affordable child care for everyone. Today, the Travis County Commissioners Court unanimously honored that commitment by voting to place on the ballot the Travis County Cares Initiative this November. Thank you. The CARES program will make affordable child and after-school care available to thousands of low-income families in our community, many of whom have languished for years on a growing wait list for state subsidies. It's no secret that Travis County faces the highest child care costs in the state. Child care for one kid costs more than in-state tuition at the University of Texas. Almost 3,000 children under the age of 3 lack access to care, and families seeking a child care stipend face a 2-year wait list. And that's just unacceptable. Thankfully, Travis County has never waited for the state to step up before we step in. Every penny we invest in child care today will lead to better outcomes and brighter futures for kids tomorrow. And when kids succeed, Travis County will succeed too. I'm proud to be joined by my fellow commissioners, Mayor Watson, Allison Alter, Vanessa Fuentes, and others, and the providers, parents, and kids who stand to benefit the most from this critical program. We're going to be hitting the pavement and talking to people all across the county about this program in the next few months, and we look forward to the community standing with Travis County working families and their children this November. So I want to say thank you, and I'm going to pass it to my good friend and colleague, Commissioner Jeff Trevelyan.
Thank you. First thing I want you to recognize is this group looks just like Austin, Texas. It's no one thing. There are women here, there are men here, there are people of African American descent here, there are people of Hispanic descent here, there are people of every description here, because the important thing is that we take care of the entire community. You know, I'm a teacher's kid. Both of my parents were teachers. And when my dad was a principal in the poorest state in the Union, in one of the poorest communities, one thing that he did was he kept his school open after school, because more than half of his families were domestics working for wealthy families, and they did not have access to paid child care. So he kept the school open so they'd have a place to do their homework. They'd get a third meal. They'd have the opportunity to play after they were done. It is important to know that our kids that are in programs are not our kids that are in trouble. And it's important that we work together to get that done. Dr. King used to say we've learned to fly like birds, we've learned to swim like fish, but it's only when humans get together and treat each other like brothers and sisters that we will make a difference for this community. These are brothers and sisters working together to heal and build a community that desperately needs after-school programs. If we do the same thing the same way, we'll find that we'll only prepare 58% of the workforce that is necessary to make this area run. This is a step in the right direction to make sure that when jobs become available because of the Fortune 500 companies we bring here, that local people will have access to them. We build our workforce together. So I'm Baptist. I talk a long time, but I'll leave you with this: the only time that we get the community that we deserve is when we build it together. Let's work through November. This is a great first step, and continue to build this community together. Thank you.
Today's step was just another step toward the future. Each one of us today needs to go out and talk to people in the community, because this is on the ballot. So the next step is for all of us to vote on November 5th for this project. And that's the real future that we need to work on right now. Thank you all so much. The judge has said it all.
Thanks, everybody. Travis County Commissioner Bridget Shea from Precinct 2. What we did today was really a first step in a generational investment in the future. And when the history, I'm assuming it's going to pass, because we're all going to work really hard to pass it. But when the history of our community is written, I think they will note the significance of this investment. We heard from the providers today. The child care providers are brain architects. We heard it is public infrastructure, which we all know is critically important. So it's a crucial action that we took today, and I really want to acknowledge the people who provided the leadership that got us to this point. It took several years of planning and work, and I especially want to acknowledge Allison Alter from the Austin City Council, Kathy McHorse, and a huge number, our staff, but a huge number of people in the community who worked for several years to make this day happen. So thank you all so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ann Howard. I'm Travis County Commissioner for Precinct 3. And today I'm reminded of what Barbara Jordan said. She said, the people want an America as good as its promise. And once again, Travis County is showing the way so that the people can have what they need and what they want. And that is access to high quality, affordable child care. So I congratulate my colleagues who have stepped up and asked the right questions so we can offer this to the people to say yes in November. Thank you.
Got it? I don't think he did that because I'm short and he didn't think I was going to be able to be seen. I don't take that personally at all. No. Well, this is a great day to be in Austin, Texas. I am so pleased to be here, and I want to say thank you to my colleagues from the Austin City Council that are also here, because they are strong leaders in the area of child care. They have led the council and led the city in making sure we've taken additional and other actions than what we're here for today. But it's important to call them out in a positive way and thank them. And that's Councilmember Allison Alter, Councilmember Vanessa Fuentes, and Councilmember Ryan Alter is with us as well. All three have been great leaders, and I want to say a personal thank you for what they've meant. I also want to say a thank you and a kind of a remembrance of a good friend of a lot of ours, a good advisor to a lot of us over the years that we lost this week, and that is Albert Black. For those that don't know, Albert Black's career in education spanned 40 years. He served as a teacher, he served as a principal, a policymaker, and then he was the executive director of Child Inc. Head Start, which serves more than 1,400 families across Travis County. He was a tireless champion for our children, and I'm thankful for him and the role he played in our community. And frankly, I know he is smiling down on this moment because of what we're doing. But, you know, the truth is, here in Austin, we love our children. We understand. Yes, we do. And we understand the promise that they bring, the potential they bring for our great city. That's why we know that we need to do better by those children. I want Austin to be the best place in America to raise a child. And a key to that is affordability first. It's no secret that the cost of living has gone up across the country and in Texas and in Austin, and child care expenses are no exception to that. As has been pointed out, a year of child care in Travis County now costs on average $13,000, which is more than a year at the University of Texas. That has to change. When working parents can't afford, in addition to their rent, utilities, and groceries, when they can't afford child care, one parent will often leave the workforce, sacrificing income, or take a job other than what they want to take, sacrificing income. For a single-parent family, that's really not an option at all. All this is hard on families, it's hard on businesses too, and it's hard on our children. We want everyone to thrive in this community, and investing in child care can do that for us. With every dollar invested in child care, every dollar in child care, $13 goes back into our community. And folks, that's a great return on our investment. We want everyone to thrive in the community. And I want to emphasize another point. When our kids succeed, our entire community will too. Kids with access to child care and after-school care, they score better in school. They're less likely to get into trouble. They're more likely to go to college. And if we want to be the community we say we want to be, which is a community for everyone, a complete community, a community that provides equity for everyone and breaks down the structural barriers that exist and still exist, child care is a key to that. I would argue it's the most important part of breaking down structural barriers in our community. So, let me end by saying this. I get to vote in November, right? And as a voter, I'm going to be proud to support the Travis County Cares Initiative in November. As mayor of the city of Austin, along with these council members who get to serve this great city, I'm asking this community to rally around this issue with all of us. I want to say thanks to our county judge, Judge Brown, each of the commissioners, my fellow colleagues on the council, as I pointed out, and the outpouring of community support that you see behind us and around us. We are going to get this done. Thank you all very much.
Hi, my name is Kristen Markham, and I'm honored to be here today to represent the United Way for Greater Austin as the chair of the board of directors. For 100 years, United Way for Greater Austin has made it our mission to address the root causes of our community's biggest challenges. We find the best way to do that is bringing our community together to break economic barriers and build opportunity for all. We at United Way are thrilled to have been leading so many supportive partners in the Success by Six Child Care Coalition to this moment, to expand affordable, quality child care. For 12 years, our coalition of providers, parents, policymakers, civic leaders, and experts have worked together to transform early childhood outcomes and policies in Travis County. And it's incredible to be this close to unlocking our full potential of our kids and our community. One personal story, 18 years ago in 2005, I had twins. My husband was a teacher, a public school teacher, and I was a young professional, and we had to make a choice. We couldn't afford accredited childcare, so we left them with a neighbor every day. She was sweet, but she was not accredited childcare. My twins leave for college in a week, and I can tell you the costs we looked at for accredited childcare were on par with what I'm paying for a state college education for one of my twins. One of those choices we looked at was dropping out of the workforce. Because we didn't do that, today I own the communications firm where I worked then, and my husband at the time is now a leader with Austin ISD. I don't want other parents to have to make those choices, and that's why I'm supporting this initiative in November. I'm so grateful to Judge Brown and our county commissioners for their leadership on Travis County Cares. Today's vote puts families first and provides the opportunity for our community to demonstrate that Travis County cares for our children, our families, and our economy.
afternoon, everyone. I am Jamie LaFuente Garcia. I'm the proud CEO of the Andy Roddick Foundation. Again, I want to thank Judge Brown and Commissioner Trevelyan for leading this really important initiative for high-quality childcare, after-school, and summer programs for our working families. This is the right time to make this significant investment in our kids. Now more than ever, they need us. A time when our children have high absenteeism rates, mental health challenges, and are still recovering academically and developmentally from the pandemic. Texas is facing a child care accessibility crisis. We have an opportunity to vote in November in favor of the Travis County Cares Initiative to ensure that all children, especially those in underserved communities, can succeed. To set our children up on a trajectory for success for their future, no matter their zip code. Affordable, high-quality early childhood, after-school, and summer care are the bridge that makes these opportunities for children that would not otherwise have them. While children are growing and they're learning, their parents can stay in the workforce. It can support their hours needed to provide for their family, or they can go back to school. This means a flourishing, more educated workforce and a brighter future for everyone. This initiative leads to economic stability and growth for Travis County. It helps answer challenges in recruiting and retaining our talent here in Travis County. And we need to cut into the $9.3 billion lost economically in Texas due to childcare and inadequate childcare. We are proud to represent and support a large network of 40 organizations, after-school and summer programs. We stand united in recognizing the critical role that these high-quality programs play in nurturing the next generation. A stable and a sustainable investment in childcare is a cornerstone in our youth development strategies in Travis County. So I urge you to learn more. I urge you to vote in favor of this important measure on November the 5th. Thank you again to Judge Brown and all of our commissioners who really, really believe and see the future that we can have here in Travis County. And I'm excited about what will happen with Travis County for our future. Thank you.
How's it going? My name is Manny Gonzalez, and I serve as ACC trustee, Austin Community College District trustee. I want to start by, again, as everybody else has done, thanking Judge Brown, the commissioners, Mayor Watson, and the council members. We're in a moment in time when we talk about political discourse being fractured and just toxic. I look at Austin and I see our elected officials being very forthright, compassionate, empathetic to the issues that our communities face. And I can't help but draw great inspiration for the future of not just Austin, but Texas and the country, thanks to, again, the elected officials I have behind me who are looking after the needs of all of us in the community. And when I think about the community, it's hard not to think about Austin Community College, the higher education institution of the community. We have 70,000 enrolled annually. We are the largest institution in Austin, 11 campuses across the region. And what I'll say is that when we talk about breaking cycles of generational poverty, we try to do that by providing pathways to credentials, pathways to associates, pathways to bachelor's degrees. But the biggest barrier to entry is often childcare. And so I take great admiration for the foresight that the elected officials behind me understood in order to advance the individuals who not only go to ACC, but go to UT and are in our community across the board, recognizing that childcare is often that biggest barrier to getting into, at least at Austin Community College, that first class. What I'll say is that of that 70,000, we have about 25% of those students who are student parents. 75% of those have children under the age of 12, and 50% often say if they didn't have childcare, they weren't sure that they'd be able to persist. Again, unable to provide the opportunity to work in meaningful employment across the county. So what I'll say is, again, this is going to be an excellent game-changing opportunity to ensure the economic mobility of all of our students, from the 18-year-old to the 60-year-old and everyone in between. Childcare is a need, and I'm thankful for for the foresight that you all have shown. We have often at ACC, we often talk about the inherent worth of each individual and our obligation to help each individual reach their full potential. And thanks to childcare, we're going to ensure that many of those students are going to reach their full potential. So thank you again for this investment.
Hello, my name is Tamitha Blackman. I am the proud owner of Nehemiah Christian School. I'm also a child care provider. And I want to say thank you to Judge Andy Brown and the commissioners for voting today, yes, on something that we gravely need in Travis County. They gave us a lifeline. Now this shows us that the heart still beats deep in the heart of Texas, especially Travis County. What we need you all to do is go out and vote, vote, vote on November 2nd. Thank you.
Hey y'all, my name is Ryan Pollack. I'm a 17-year resident of Travis County, representative and member of IBW Local 520, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers here in Austin. For too many in our community, childcare is simply unaffordable and out of reach. With the cost of infant care in Travis County being among the most expensive in Texas, families are essentially paying college tuition for the moment their kids are born. As wages stagnate and the cost of living rises, this forces an impossible choice. Keep working while making major sacrifices, or having one parent quit their job or education. This burden falls even harder on single parents who have no income to rely on. For families already impacted by structural barriers and a lack of workforce opportunities, the need for care during non-traditional hours makes this challenge even more acute. Travis County Cares will benefit working families from day one by expanding access to affordable care for those who need it most. It will also increase availability of care during early mornings, nights, and weekends to support those, like electricians, who keep our community running outside of the traditional working hours. As a former IBW organizer, I saw firsthand how a lack of childcare prevented prospective electricians, especially those with young kids, from pursuing apprenticeships and completing their training. When families have access to reliable, affordable care, they can confidently enter their career pathways that strengthen our workforce, our economy, and their own families. On behalf of hardworking residents of Travis County, I thank each and every one of you for your hard work and support on this effort. IBW stands with you to get this across the finish line, and I'm very proud to be an Austinite and resident of Travis County and seeing everybody united around such a powerful future. Thanks, y'all.
All right, thanks y'all very much. Thanks to y'all standing out here in the sun. I really appreciate it. If y'all have any questions, happy to answer those now. It is 90-something degrees. Start over here. Anything? You don't have to ask questions. It's all right. Sounds like no questions. Okay. Thank y'all very much for being here. Happy to talk to y'all afterwards, and let's go.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey.
There we have it, y'all. We heard from several different county commissioners. We heard from the mayor, Kirk Watson. We heard from several individual leaders who also spoke on what this bill, essentially will help with on the ballot and why it's so important to go out and vote. They said it's a great day to be in Austin. Albert Black's career in education spanned over 40 years, and he was a tireless champion for children. We heard from Mayor Kirk Watson that now a year of child care for a child in Travis County costs about $13,000, which is more than a year of tuition at the University of Texas. He said every dollar in child care, if this is passed, will give $13 back into the community. He says kids with access to child care and after-school care score better in school, are less likely to get into trouble, and more likely to get into college. He says child care is the most important part of breaking down structural barriers within our community. We also heard from several other county commissioners, like I mentioned, who said 3,000 children under the age of 3 lack access to child care. This also essentially pushes those families with two parents to have one parent step down, stop working, and essentially just care for the child while the other parent is making all of the money for the household. And for single family households, this is nearly impossible. So having something like this on our ballot is really important. They said they encourage everyone to go out and vote this November and ensure that this happens and is a possibility. Their plan is to make Travis County one of the best child care counties, to have the best child care options in the state as well as in the nation. Well, that's all we have for you all today. It looks like our cameraman is moving his camera around. I'm going to go closer to me. Okay, we will be back later today with another stream here on KXCN Live. If you want to join us, it's going to happen later today around 2 p.m. You can find more information on this story on our website, kxcn.com. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, I'm Esmeralda Zamora, and this was KXCN Live.